Throughout all my years gaming, from booting up Pong on Windows 95 all the way to our highly rendered super detailed current generation, where you can make out every pore and blemish in a character's skin, NieR Automata is an absolute one-of-a-kind experience, beginning to end. From its core gaming experience like switching between bullet hell, 2D side-scrolling, tight stylized combat, RPG elements, text adventure, and arcade modes, to its vast and complex narrative. How about that Goliath of an OST? Hope you have 6 hours to kill. Oh, did I mention it has exploding pants?
Why did I turn this on? Oh. That's what the self-destruct does. Okay.
Hey everyone! Welcome to a not-so-surprising episode of Fig Ultra Reviews. I'm Ryan, and today we are checking out everyone's favorite YoRHa Combat Model 2B from the video game NieR Automata. So, I'm not gonna lie, I actually pre-ordered this figure before I even played the game, because I knew I would probably end up loving the game, and no surprise, I actually like the game way more than I thought I would have. Plus, waifu alert! Incoming waifu! There are waifus in this game! A lot, actually. You know, frumpy, short-haired girls are kind of my thing. So, how about Bring Arts, huh? Quite infamously known for their shaky quality control. Them and Square have actually gave us quite a bit of NieR figures, but I guess they goofed up so bad on 2B that they had to redo her and make a better version, kind of do right. They upgraded her chips. With all these new and improved upgrades on our badass maiden here, the real question is, can she beat out my Megamine Figma as the worst figure in my collection? Well, let's find out. There it goes. Here's our box. Oh, not that one. With nice little designs on it. I like the glitched look on the bottom there. There's the model number, YoRHa No.2 Type B, version 2.0. They also have a couple pics of her posed in front of backgrounds from the game. Okay, let's go over the details. Starting off with 2B's outfit, a total offset in the game. How could being dressed in all black stand out so much? 2B and 9S looking straight out of Black Butler. Trying to make sense of her short dress, almost a gothic era looking maid outfit made of velvet, I don't know. Sporting a raised neck, poofy shoulders, the window up top, frills on the end of her sleeves that resemble feathers of a crow. Elegant patterns surround the bottom of her skirt. White arm wraps and black gloves complete her hands. She wears black stockings underneath some big old black high-heeled boots. My favorite is her snow white hair held back by her hairband. And she wears it's not a blindfold, it's a military visor. That's what the wiki said. Oh, and let's not forget the mole above her chin. Okay, that's the base figure. How about her accessories? Following close behind Tube, we gotta start with Pod 042, basically 2B's butler I like to think of him as. Yes, his little claw arms are movable in an up and down kind of way, nothing exciting. He comes fully equipped with little bolts, rivets, and pistons. Oh, and don't worry, after we go over all of her goodies that she comes with, I'll explain how to assemble them all. We got her whole arsenal of weapons here, beginning with her short sword, the Virtuous Contract, that cold as ice, fierce looking all black and white katana. When looking it up, I found a real one online, and your boy just might have to get one because, damn. Next is her greatsword, the Virtuous Treaty, matching the previous one in color and style, and is equally as cool. The Spooky Cruel Arrogance, a sinister-looking spear, which actually happens to be 9S's weapon in the game. All weapons come complete with danglies, of course. Last is a pair of combat bracers, the Cruel Lament. Samurai Oni mask, boxing gloves. Yeah, well, they look neat. Also, you get the black box, this little cube of atomic destruction. You, of course, get all her hands for holding those said weapons and one for the black box, plus 2 different kinds of open palm hands, one being a little more relaxed. I do like the little tree it comes on. You get 3 whole noggins to play with, first being her stern face with visor, shouting face, and one without her blindfold, exposing her bright blue eyes. Lastly, they call it her post-self-destruct torso, woof, topped off with her white frilly undergarments. So, when you crack open the box, you'll find you get a bunch of little pieces you can fit together to create her weapon apparatus for carrying all that swag on her back, just like in the game. Let's take a look at the instructions and try to make some sense of this mess. Okay, got it? I sure didn't. I gave it my all and matched up the respective pieces the best I could, then started to attach. The halos matched the little holes on the pegs. You can slide the swords in the little slots, they only fit one way. Pop apart the spear and shove it in the hole. That one was pretty scary. I wasn't expecting the spear to come out alive after that one. Lastly, they all come together and connect to the main joint that connects to the stand. Easy breezy, but not really. Mimicking the game, you can only have 2 weapons on your back at a time. It gets a little clustered back there elsewise. Also, Pod's little stand attaches to the other side. Just shove it up into him, then into the stand. Well, it's that time again. Likes and dislikes. We'll start with the likes. This should be quick. First, the 2.0 updated version. While I'm not really familiar with the original, a lot of people were agreeing that there is a noticeable difference for the better. The modeling of the body and the head sculpts are better. The color and paint details have improved. Actually, seeing them side by side, the older version looks like a bootleg compared to the newer one. Okay, what else? A nice variety of accessories. I like that they gave the option to be able to pose her without her blindfold, if you'd like. The extra weapons and hands make mixing and matching with other Figma-type figures easy and fun. She can hold other figures' goodies, like pistols and swords, as well as others can use her swords. Oh yeah, she defo got some junk in that trunk, boy.
Great space, that booty!
Okay, alright, dislike time. Here we go. Ready? 1. Her hair is translucent white, which can kind of look weird sometimes. I would have rather it can be completely white, like my girl Ash's. Also, that should have just been see-through. 2. Articulation is pretty weak though. For a character that does crazy aerobatic stunts, you can't get crazy with the posing. No ball joint on the neck, so no head movement. Arms don't go up very far, and the ball hinge will pop out, making an odd gap between the body and the arms. Upper body doesn't rotate vertically or horizontally almost at all. She has baby deer legs and it's hard to stand her up correctly. The legs can be adjusted wholly where the boots end, but I don't know where the true position is. Her knee joints are weird. Lining them up and getting her to stand up straight can be difficult at times, which is most of the times. 3. The joints to connect her hands are thin and weak, especially when holding her greatsword. It will sag and you will have to readjust it a bunch. 4. No one wants to spear or fist things. I couldn't even get them to fit right on her back or her hands. Give us back the human life form the original 2B came with. 5. She doesn't grab hold of the black box well. Basically, plop it in her palm and hope for the best, i.e. you will lose the crap out of this itty bitty thing. 6. All those damn little extra pieces. The pegs were too big for the holes, the halos were a pain to put together, plus Pod's stand was super tight and barely fit. 7. She's small. She still falls in the 1/12 scale, but comparing her to an SH Figuarts or Figma, her features just seem way tinier. 8. Her underwear. Good luck swapping those bitches out. I had to use pliers. It felt like I did some damage that time. And I'm probably never going to use it again. 9, last but not least, is that curse of a stand. It reminds me of the claw from Toy Story.
I have been chosen. Farewell, my friend.
I was at wit's end while filming clips for this video. I don't know why it came with 2 different size clamps, but trying to stand her was like trying to pose a corpse. She would slide from one side or just fall straight off the base. Her heels would keep getting caught in the holes as well. Okay, knowing all that, let's go ahead and rate her. Doing my made-up scoring system under 3 different categories. First is photographability. With her odd ball joints and weak legs, it may be tricky to get her posed in the right position. The stand doesn't help much either. I don't know, her face and body are a little like downsized compared to other figures in this scale range, which kind of looks odd. I have seen some cool pictures taken of her, but I'm sure it was a hassle to set up. Next is quality control. It's kind of sad Bring Arts actually sold the original figure as it was, and they messed up so bad they had to redo it. But this one does have some positives. The paint detail ain't too bad, her dress and face are alright, articulation might give you some guff, but it's not unbearable to the point of defeat. I mean, she feels pretty solid, and isn't a total frail, brittle little android. Okay, last category is to be, or not to be. Two B's. B's 2. To be. The TV app. Okay, I gotta stop. For the final total, I'm giving her a thick 2.9, 2B reluctantly calling 9S 9s out of 5. Final thoughts. I am a Figma boy. I like figures that articulate, so I don't mind seeing the joints and such that come. But that optional torso is a no-no. With how difficult it was to swap it out and where the legs meet, just making it look weird like that, I'm rendering this piece is pretty much useless. Even though she ain't perfect, I'm not saying to completely stay away from this figure. Bring Arts still has a lot of work to do on their QC. SHF and Figma aren't totally off the hook or getting away scot-free, but their figures do fare better in quality than this. My friend's Cloud figure by Bring Arts wasn't too bad when we took it out, so their line isn't totally worthless or dismissible. I am glad that I own Miss 2B here. I love the game and as well as her design. I mean, she looks pretty nice on the old shelf there, and since there really isn't much going on for 2B figures right now in the market, I recommend a light buyer beware warning on this figure. Still a good figure to have, but at the original market price she's a little underwhelming. Maybe keep your eyes out for a used one. Well, I know everyone is dying to find out, does 2B beat out Megumin as the worst figure in my collection? Yes. Yes, she does. Anywho, thanks for stopping by today, everyone. Y'all are the best. Much love. I'll see you later. And glory to mankind.
Hey, give me a sip of that. What? Come on! My throat's dry as a motherfucker.
Why? Is your mother dry when you're...
What the fuck is that?